Just how different is Ethan Davis right now compared to where he was a year ago?
Yeah, I think he's taken a huge step, and one, just having an off season where his body's healthy going into it allowed him to really get stronger, not just putting on weight, but really changing his body. And off the ball through however many days it's been, he's been doing a really good job. Got to clean up some stuff in the line, but really taking a bunch of steps and got to continue to do that.
We see Miles Kitzelman kind of embracing a different role now on the sideline, but helping coach up these players. Kind of how have you seen him embrace that just the past week?
Yeah, I mean, not too different from when he was out there practicing with us. He's always kind of been that guy, and I think for him it sucks, but it's an opportunity for him to get his lower half where he wants it and really be intentional with the young guys where he's not having to worry about his reps right now. He's able to be in those guys' ear the entire time, and can't say enough about the way that he's embraced the challenge of what he's going through and just continuing to make us better.
Yeah, back to Ethan. How consistent has he been this spring, and how big of a step is that for him to maximize his potential, hit his ceiling, whatever phrase you want to use?
Yeah, I mean, that's the name of the game. And there were moments last year throughout the season that he'd do really good things and it'd flash and it'd be like, man, if we can just do this on a consistent basis, we can really trust you more. It's been really consistent, and I think it starts really with just having consistent energy at practice and understanding that as he grows up and matures, and it's really cool to think about where he was when he walked in the door, just not only as a football player but really as a human, and how he attacks every day, how his enthusiasm is so contagious for our room. But I think being consistent on the field starts with having a consistent mindset, and I think that's been the biggest thing for him this spring.
With Miles being injured, do you feel like there's a sense of urgency among the rest of the room, especially with Ethan, to really step up and grow a little bit quicker?
Yeah, I think it's been awesome for the other guys, and awesome's maybe not the right word, but really like forces him for sure to step up. But there should always be urgency in the room, and I think our guys know this isn't a one-man room, and the amount of guys that have an opportunity to play and the guys that are fighting for those reps, there's always going to be an urgency. But I do think it's been awesome for Ethan. From a leadership perspective, from an on-field leadership, like you lead with your words for sure, but you lead by how you attack the day and how you approach the day. And really, since Kits has been down, it's something that responsibility has fallen on you to make sure that the whole group's rocking and rolling.
Evan Crabtree got promoted this offseason. What's the culture, like the perspective right now of the analysts and GAs about the opportunity to move up?
Yeah, I mean, I think one, it's a credit to Hype for giving trust to guys, putting a vote of confidence. I know I can speak for that really to a high level, but I also think it's something that it's not just, hey, you're the next in line, so you're the guy. Like Crab earned that every single day that he was here in his role before. He brought a lot to the table and has done a really good job through the spring of continuing to add value, challenge the way we do things, and ultimately make us better.
Coach, how much did the advent of the two tight ends change, your job last year, and what's kind of the carryover? How are you building on what you guys did with
I mean, it's something that we've always had when we've had the ability to do it. As far as when you've got three bodies, man, 12 has been a part of this offense since I was playing in it. Obviously, it's nice to have those guys, and I think as we continue to grow and it becomes more normal for them, it just expands what you can do from it.
Alec, what have you seen? What kind of strides have you seen Jack take this spring, and kind of how far has he come?
I mean, first things first, through winter workouts, absolutely crushed it. And I think for him, coming in was everything thought in recruiting as far as a guy that cares at a really high level, plays really tough. As far as just day one, lining up, doing his job, executing, like tons of stuff to clean up fundamentally. But as far as just alignment, assignment, execution, man, like better than any of the transfers we've had as far as day one just being able to operate. He's got to clean up a bunch of technique stuff and continue to get better, but I think really can't say enough about how much he prepared in the offseason to have the spring that he's had so far.
Kind of following up on that, last two off seasons, you've had transfers that have played elsewhere and come in, you've had to teach them. Is the process of teaching the role, the responsibilities, the position different when you've got some young guys like Cole, Desan, Jack? Is that process for you as a coach different, teaching transfers versus freshmen when you may need them to contribute in the fall?
Not really. I think our urgency with every guy that steps in the door is an urgency to get them ready to play. And every guy's going to start at different spots. So whether you're a transfer or not, there's guys, we've had 3 of them that all come in at radically different spots in terms of their knowledge, in terms of their understanding. And the same goes for the high school guys. I think our job is to really meet them where they are when they're walking in the door, and ultimately we got to get them where they need to be in the fall. But as far as urgency and getting them ready to play, it's no different for a high school senior as it is for a transfer.
Following up about Jack, just how much do you feel like potentially his size as a freshman could factor into him potentially making an immediate impact?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret. It's a grown man's league. You better be strong. You better be physical. You better be able to last in there. And I think credit to one, the work that he put in before he got to campus to be where he's at, and also understanding he's done a great job. There's still more meat on the bone that he's got to put on, and still some more that, it's never that you come in as a ready product, and we've got to continue to push what we can do with our bodies.
I think Cole Harrison's kind of a forgotten guy because
Yeah.
he redshirted last year, underrated when he came out of high school. Where is he at? How much is him being limited this spring hurt him? What do you see out of him in terms of this fall?
Yeah, so I think really outside of getting tackled, he's pretty full go right now, and I think that's been awesome for him. Was really excited about where Cole was through fall camp and being able to have him back for the spring and really get to play with a little bit more confidence. I think he's similar really to Callie more than anybody else in the room in terms of, man, you know what you're doing now. You understand your job. Let's go play with confidence. Like, he's earned the right to play more confident, and I think when he does, it's going to be really good.
Last question, Ryan.
What kind of growth have you seen out of Deshaun this spring?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a challenge when you come in and there's setbacks injury-wise that are keeping you from being able to go. And I know he's so hungry, and just like kids, it kills him not to be full go through this part of spring. But I think at the same time, being a great teammate, being engaged, continuing to chase the mental reps of it and maximize every snap, whether I'm in or not, I can get something out of it, has done a really good job of just staying positive, staying present, and continuing so that when he does come back, it's not day one.